What's happening in the month of September? Yes, we'll go back and talk about Tourism Month in a couple of minutes, but the focus has been on just the start of tourism and the start of the spring season. But there's also a good time to start looking at serious health issues. September is also Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. So this is probably more for the gentlemen, but don't tune out, don't turn off. This is important. It's the most common cancer among men across all provinces in our country. Well, actually globally as well. It's the most frequently diagnosed cancer among men on a global scale, and it's the fifth leading cause of death. Okay, now that I've scared you enough, let's try and get some solutions for you as to how you can avoid this. Prostate Cancer Foundation of South Africa's CEO, Andrew Oberholzer, making time for me this morning. Andrew, good to have you back with us. I think you and I spoke last September as well. Good morning to you. And the prostate test, the prostate cancer test these days is just so much easier for men, isn't it?
That's right. It's just a PSA blood test. So when you're doing your other blood checkups for cholesterol, glucose, ask them to include what we call the prostate-specific antigen test or PSA test. It's not a cancer-specific test. It just tells us something is wrong with the prostate. So if it is high, don't panic. It might just be an enlarged prostate or even inflammation or an infection, but it is important then to see a urologist for further investigation.
I mean, most hospitals, most clinics are doing this these days. I don't think you need to go and see a specialist at first, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's this misinformation I'm trying to get clarity on. You can probably just pop off to a local hospital or a local clinic, can't you?
Yes, so much easier for guys who have private medical aid just to pop off to a local laboratory, even a pharmacy clinic or their GP. Within the public sector, it can be a little bit more of a challenge to get a PSA test, but we are working on that with Department of Health and Government to make it more widely accessible so that man can get the check. And the reason the check is so important is because there's no symptoms in the early stages of prostate cancer. So you won't know that you have prostate cancer until possibly it's too late for a cure if you're not going for your regular screening.
Yeah, let's talk about those regular screenings, because I want to make sure we're not just being ageist here. This is not for the, let's call them more experienced gentlemen joining us this morning. It's also for the younger guys watching as well. This isn't something that starts happening closer to retirement. That's how people get themselves in trouble.
Yes, correct, Gareth. So what we recommend is, because black guys are more at risk for prostate cancer, and anyone who has a family history of breast or prostate cancer in a first-degree relative, for all those guys, we recommend they start screening from the age of 40. For all other men, from the age of 45. We are seeing guys in their 40s and 50s with prostate cancer, so don't wait. We always say don't wait till it's too late. Rather start checking from around about the age of 40, depending on your family history. And as I said, black men have a 60% higher risk for prostate cancer, so they should also start checking from 40 and everyone else from 45.
Yeah, I want to make sure that we're not excluding any of the women watching at the moment as well. Make sure husbands, boyfriends, brothers, fathers, uncles, whatever it is, if you need to put pressure on them, because let's be honest, Andrew, us men we don't like to listen. We don't like to get advice on our own health issues as well. And it's a bit of a pride and ego thing, isn't it?
That's one of the biggest challenges we have with men, is that they tend not to be as responsible as women when it comes to going for those regular checkups. So if you have a male partner, do encourage them when you go for your checkups to go for theirs as well. And the reason is that, as with most cancers, early detection is key to being able to cure the cancer. If you come in when this cancer has already spread, we call that metastatic prostate cancer, then we can't cure the disease. We can only slow down the progression. Whereas if we catch it in the early stages, we can actually cure this cancer. And in fact, 98% of guys after 5 years will be alive if they've come in the early stages, versus only 30% of guys who will be alive if they've come in when this cancer is metastatic or has already spread throughout the body. So that early detection really is key.
How has September been as far as prostate cancer awareness for you as well? Because I don't know if it's still happening these days. I always think back to one of our old reporters used to do the cancer run, the prostate cancer run. They were all running around in their little Speedos and mankinis. Is that still going on? Are you getting the PR that you need?
Absolutely. So we do a little campaign called Suit Up September, where you get a little Suit Up sticker. You choose any day in September to suit up. The badges are available. There's still a few days on our website for 50 Rand, and that helps us to raise funds and raise awareness. And then in October, and in fact on the 13th of Friday, the 13th of October, is the Daredevil Run, the Hollard Daredevil Run. It's one of the biggest men's health events of the year, and it's done to raise awareness about prostate and testicular cancer. You don't have to do it at Zoo Lake Sports Club is where we do it. The in-person event, but we do it virtually now as well, so you can do it anywhere in your province, in your town. So guys, get your purple Daredevil Speedos. You can download, you can get them from Ticket Pro. It's 180 Rand. That includes your Speedo. And it's a fun way just to raise awareness about prostate and testicular cancer. So those are the two big men's health events, September, and then on the 13th of October, the Hollard Daredevil Run, which is a lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun. Hopefully you and I will talk again then. I can assure you there won't be Gareth running around in a purple Speedo, but I'm sure you and I will talk about that again. No one needs to be seeing that on television. That website, by the way, as I say, thank you to Andrew, is prostate-ca.co.za. That's the Prostate Cancer Foundation of South Africa. That's the website. It's such an easy, treatable form of cancer, but you need to get tested earlier. It is one of those, don't wait until it's too late. I like the way Andrew said that. The CEO of Prostate Cancer Foundation of SA, Andrew Oberholzer, joining us here on the SA Morning.